This is too funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does that kind of things for me. Eh? Don't say that. You made me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this, aren't you? Ah, I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button next to her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. Why are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. God's sake. Why does it feel strange to see Sally's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ooh, it's not worth it at all. Then get clothes that fit, woman. Come on. Hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. All right, fine, whatever. Phew, that's so much better. Sarah puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. You can take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jesus. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. That's the deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. That's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, oh, Jesus, Monica. Hi. What's going on? Why don't we share the poems we wrote? Oh, yes. Yay. David, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, me too. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sarah still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem? I did, actually, yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that's everybody ever is ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spinal note. Okay. Jesus. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Mizuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to? I like Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I trust her opinion to be fair. Hi. I feel like we're both in the same boat. Stares at my poem. Minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yes. Why? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Thanks. So, it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Your burst her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice there's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Like what? I hadn't been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Oh, okay, tell me. I think the most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. What does that mean? The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Okay? When Sherry finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. I hope so too. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Yeah. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Okay. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologized herself, to me, or to Natsuki. you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Hero smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air. I'm struggling to read this. I hate cursive. Of the present, but living in the past, the light flickers. I flicker back. Cool. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's not bad handwriting. It's bad reading. Don't worry about it. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yeah, it's because I can't read cursive. I'm stupid. I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? No, I don't think so. It was a poem. Poems are good. Short poems are good. I like a limerick. I know that wasn't a limerick, but you know what I'm saying. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, David. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember, the poets... pardon me. Poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. You were telling me how much you love baths. I understand that. I also am a fan of baths. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on those things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay. Who should I show my poem to next? Sayori. Hi. Oh my goodness. It's so good, David. Oh, is it really? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. She's blowing smoke up my ass. I got a true fucking you're new to this, aren't you, before. Sorry, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Okay, fair enough. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Nasuki's. I haven't heard that one. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a David poem. And that makes it feel extra special. I appreciate that. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sarah hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sarah. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, David. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks. I really appreciate that, actually. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, let's see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleeping from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish you away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. I know you did. It was good. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. It really does, actually. It's pretty much the embodiment of you. Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. You were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Well, you know what? She's not wrong. As someone that skips breakfast all the time and I pay for it every single day, you're 100% correct. I get all cranky. I can't imagine you cranky, I gotta be honest. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yes. It was my idea, but whatever. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I don't want to show Mitsuki because I hate her. Hi, David. Having a good time so far? I am, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahaha! Don't worry, David. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's just that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Really? Interesting. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it a bit much? Ah, it could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. You shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone expects you to write. Okay. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem? I'd love to. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Let's see. Let's read it. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I really blind. Like a film. I reel blind. Like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It's too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Are you okay? So what do you think? It's very free form, if I think that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. Guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influenced by my poems a bit, an epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. I actually got a similar feedback before that I was trying to dedicate myself to one idea. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Okay? So you move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. On to Suki, I suppose. Sup, bitch? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Wow. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion. So basically, I'm not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. It's not the best one I've read today. I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it, I guess. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I get it. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme to meet at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. Yeah, I picked up on that. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Yeah, thanks. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? A little bit. I decided to humor her with my last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Masuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a loser club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Itsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Itsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language, eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Itsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute, too. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. That's the worst kind of advice to get. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And David did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I came across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And David liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Masuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh my goodness. I'm actually really enjoying this. This is the kind of thing I would love to watch. Because I'm a bad guy. That's not what Yuri stands up. Maybe you're just jealous that David appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way. Yeah, I know, don't worry about it. I'll go out of my way. I can get rid of it if you want, but like, another one will just come in. I wouldn't stress about it. I would deliberately go on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh! Is everyone okay? Sorry, take a seat. Take a seat, they're gonna fight. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as David started showing up. Did they? Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls run towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. David, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. And this wouldn't have happened to her in the first place. What's the point of making her poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader and not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, David. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, David? Well, I don't... Okay, this is my karma for enjoying you two fighting, is that now I'm in it. I understand that, and it's fair. I deserve this, but I'm unhappy. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. I'm a fan of boobs growing. That interests me a bit. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's gonna be... Yori. Natsuki. You're right there, I liked your poems. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. You wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? Yeah? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that you shouted at her. Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenched her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all of your stupid, ugly, gross faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Aw, that's a shame. Natsuki sure didn't need to do that. I look across the room, raised her chin buried in her hands while she stared down at her desk. I gingerly approached her and sat in her adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri! How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, David. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you be a part of this club now. It's nothing. Don't even worry about it. I hated that bitch since I walked in the door. One more thing. That thing Natsuki said about, your boobs getting bigger, I would never do anything so shameful. Now you do what you want. It's your body. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea. Good idea. I'll have a cup. Big enough for more than one bastard, okay? Yeah. Whew. Dodged the bullet there. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. David, how about you? Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good fun. Yeah, it was nice. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Another one! And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Yes, I mean, yeah, I'll write another one, I think, to myself. And they'll learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Note to myself with a newfound determination. David, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sorry, beams at me. Truly, it's been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Isuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends. Why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, David, it's nice that I get to spend some time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone else likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Feels like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, let's write a fucking poem. Alright, let's do this. Boom, boom, bum. Boom, boom, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? Determination. Whispers. Through lipstick? I don't know. A question. Through fantasy. And pain. The grief. And hopelessness of secrets can cause you to be uncontrollably in shame, which will dear Lord, hi Discord. You gotta stop making me drink water all day. Defeat, which can make you feel like you're in a swimsuit. For all eternity. Burning in the sun. Disorientated. And being judged. Oh, I'm standing up, I'm stretching. But luckily, with the help of friends and pure romance. How's that?